and I'm just talking. I'm not asking for no donations. Why do you guys always do this? I understand that that's what I'm known for. I understand. But I haven't done that in months. Because I'm good. If I needed it, then I would ask for it. But I'm good.
Hey guys, how y'all doing today? So I asked you guys in the last video if you wanted me to upload the entire video. I tried to upload it in its entirety, however, it's taking way too long. So what I'm gonna do is just splice it up. This video that you're gonna hear is a continuation of the last video. And you're also gonna get panel members and they're gonna ask Liza questions. So I hope you enjoy this one.
That brings up another question. Because unless she just started receiving these survivor benefits, then she should have also been receiving those same survivor benefits in Tennessee. And it could have still been totaling around $1,600, $1,700.
Right.
Why didn't she have the money?
I don't know what she does with her money. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out $1,769. The hotel's only $1,400 where she's at now. 345 times 4 or times 5. I know the last month it was 5 weeks in the month.
Do 4.3 and that'll give you the exact amount.
Yeah. And so it's like, hold on, I lost my train of thought. I have no clue what she's doing with the money unless, she's always complaining there's no money for gas. She just got paid on the 21st. And she's already saying today she didn't have money for gas to go somewhere, to go check something. And I'm like, you just got paid.
That's right. That's right.
I'm thinking, I don't see $1,000 worth of food in the hotel.
There's
no thousands. Not even 500. Not even 500. Because I'm saying if she uses up on her stamps, okay, her stamps are only 3 something. I mean, that's what she's told me. I don't know if that's a lie too. I don't believe anything anymore, what she's told me. But
oh no, she makes it very hard to believe her, which I believe she's generated a lot of curiosity from a lot of different people because reactors have started responding to her. I've been talking about her, generating a whole bunch of heat basically, but she's made her 15,000. I don't have 15,000 subscribers, so she didn't get those guys from me. But
she didn't buy those subs. They all came in and subbed. At one point, they all came in between January and April. It slowed down in May and June, but she made all those subs from January to April. Within those 3 months, it blew up. Every day you could see her making. She was coming on every day, and she was making 100+ subs a day. On Sunday, she was making 200 and something on a Sunday. Every Sunday. And I would tell her, your Sundays are good. You need to keep doing your Sundays. And I would tell her, consistency, don't stop. Consistency, just keep coming on. And she was making over 100 subs a day.
That's interesting. I wonder how she was pulling that off. I know she goes from platform to platform, from TikTok to maybe Instagram or Facebook. She goes from TikTok, Facebook, and she might even try to Rumble because I heard she gets paid for Rumble. She's always looking for the easy money and the easy route. She's always going to be secretive about what she has because that's a part of her scam. Because she wants everybody to believe that she's getting less than what she actually is so that she can get online and sit there. When she says, oh, I need, and this is what I observed. This is what I saw when she was in these hotels. And she's talking about, they're about to put me out of the hotel if I don't have this money by 3:00 on Thursday. And then Thursday rolls around and she don't get all the money. And then, we got an extension until Friday. If I don't get this money by the end of Friday, then they're going to put us out. The one thing that she was saying all of this, but she wasn't packing any damn thing. And when somebody's about to put you out and you have previous notice ahead of time that they are going to throw you out on such and such date at this time, if you don't produce enough money, then you start packing your shit. You start packing up so that you can get ready to get thrown out in case God doesn't bless you with that money. But it always seems like somebody came through. And I'm sure some of it was you, some of it was other people, because she preys on people with your kind of heart. That's why I started reacting to her. Not only that, but I have a serious issue with the way that these kids are being exploited, because she has a 13-year-old and a 7-year-old that seemingly are being neglected for YouTube and other internet sources. versus getting some attention, which 15, 20 minutes of attention is all they need. And they're going to go about their merry teenage life. If she can jump back on YouTube. She's keeping the kids up all night by streaming. They're all packed into this hotel room on top of each other. I see so many different things that are going on top of her scam and grift, because there's no way that she's surviving with these children are not skinny. Denise herself is not skinny, indicating to me that they are eating well.
Right. Yes, I believe that. And not only that, I don't think she really cares about how much the product costs. She's going to want to buy the best of the best. And I'm thinking, for somebody that's homeless like that, you want to make every dollar stretch that you got, especially right now with this recession that's going on. How can she afford, name brand stuff? And it's like, that's all she wants,
Danny points that out. Talking Life by Nick points that out. And that's, now you understand why some of these people go to the links that they go to try to expose Denise for her lies. Let me ask you this question, because when she moved away from Tennessee, she moved rather quick. It was almost overnight move kind of thing. And she got to Texas, and Texas was the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, they had jobs abundant. She was getting part-time jobs. Did she ever really have those 2 part-time jobs?
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that today. She told me she got hired here. She got hired there. I had to try to get her undershirt that she needed to wear to cover the tattoos. And, I really thought she had those 2 jobs. But I'm beginning to think now. I'm thinking back now of all these times we've had conversations, and I'm not believing her now. I don't think she ever had them. I really don't. I think she was just saying something to say to make people shut up in the chat, that she already had a job, so they would stop telling her, you need to get a job, you need a job. But it's going to take till April the 26th. I remember that day clearly. That's going to be your first check, April 26th.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not April, August the 26th was going to be her first full paycheck, because they hold back. I think, wait, am I June, July? I can't remember.
It was June. She was supposed to get a check June 26th, because she was supposed to be moving. That was the $299 move-in special. I covered that because I made predictions about that $299 move-in special. And guess what? I called every single thing that was going to happen. From the time that she got down there, she needed $299. She was going to move in on the 19th. Something was going to happen. And the something that happened was some kind of convoluted ass story about this apartment versus that apartment.
Well, she was giving me hope too, that she's going to get in. And I would be excited about it. And then when she had nothing, I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? I'm like, girl, what did you do in your past life for you to have so much bad luck? You really got your karma going on right now. I would just think, how can that be? I mean, not even my friends who have managed different establishments wanted to hire her. One of my friends said, Liza, do you know she's got a bad employment history? I'm like, well, can you give her a chance? She's really trying. I know that was in the past, but just give her a chance. And they couldn't even give her a chance.
So time out. Hold on. I'm a summary master. I need to summarize what I'm hearing right now. I need to make sure this is the verifications that Denise said that I did with Amber when she said, because I need to hear what you're telling me right now. You're telling me that not only have you financially supported Delicious Denise, sorry, I almost threw up. Not only have you supported Denise financially through her hardships for the girls, but you've also tried to assist her with seeking employment, even reaching out to friends and family members that are managers and business owners to get her hired. And they have reported back that Denise has a horrible work history and is pretty much unhireable. That's what I'm listening to.
Right. I've seen a message here. She moved to San Antonio to be closer to me. I believe that is true, since she saw that I was helping her. But the thing is, when she finally, this is when she was in Tennessee, and it didn't go well with that apartment. She said, "Oh, that God blessed her," and and she going to Texas because we got horrible weather and all this flooding. And I'm thinking, oh my God, make up your mind. That really did something to me. It bothered me. But then when she didn't get that apartment in Tennessee, she calls me and she says, "Hey, I'm coming to Texas." And I'm like, Oh, yeah? I'm like, I wasn't happy about that. She said, well, you don't sound happy about it. I go, okay, what do you want me to say?
Yay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had already stopped funding her at the moment. I wasn't sending her like I had been. I because after her birthday from May was when I cut her off, didn't send her no more money, she didn't call me and say she needed anything, nothing. It was all okay, we're just gonna keep it, without the finances involved. And that's how I have been playing. But then, my heart got soft again, and somehow just started helping her again. At one time, like last month, I did give her a loan, and she did pay me right on the 21st. Because
that's YouTube.
Yeah, she borrowed about $180, $180, and she did pay me back. But I wasn't giving it to her like that easily, like say, oh, don't worry about it. I wasn't going to make it easy for Denise like that anymore. I had already done what I wanted to. I came back from my vacation, and I've been low on funds since then, but I come back up because I have my own personal business. Besides I get a disability check from Social Security. I'm on a dialysis treatments every other day. I need a kidney. If anybody has an extra kidney to give.
Oh Lord, I hope you get
I'm
that kidney.
Positive O blood. If you're positive O. Anyway, but she just I wasn't giving her freely money just like that anymore.
That's good. And I don't think that anybody should. And I think that Amber was right when she asked for receipts, when she asked to see some bills. I think Amber was right. Go ahead. About Amber was going to pay for the eviction, and she wanted to see those receipts. Amber was right. That's for those receipts, is what I was saying. Yeah,
but I did send her the document in that first email. And if she didn't want to deal with me third party, well, I don't know why she responded back to me. She should have said, I'm not dealing with you, Liza. I'll deal with Denise. All she said was, you didn't send me what I needed. I need to know.
Afterthought. I think that was more of an afterthought. Like after she responded to you, she was like, well, wait a minute. Why am I dealing with Liza if this is Denise's bill? Why isn't Denise woman enough to handle her own bills? Why is she up here dealing with me, talking to me? I mean, what is she afraid of if somebody's willing to help her out to that extent?
It's true. That's true, Hannibal. But the thing is that I had made that decision to get a hold of Amber for her because I just felt like her grammar's not that well. I mean, mine's not perfect, but it's better than the way she writes. And I said, and she doesn't know how to attach the thing. She'd screenshot it on her phone and sent it to and then from my screenshot here is when I wrote the email to Amber and I just attached it. But, the thing about not responding right away to Amber's email, the second email, was because I didn't even know she had emailed me back. I kept going to my email and it didn't show that there was an email response. But then when I went and clicked my email, it was at the very bottom. I'm like, why didn't it let me know that there's a reply message on there? I don't know what happened, but it was not in bold print to show me that there was a response to my first email. So I didn't get the email to the next day around after 6 p.m. So that's, if Amber had been waiting for my response, that's what happened. Because I kept Denise kept texting me, did she respond? And I go, no, Denise, she hasn't. I mean, right away, she wanted a response back. I go, give her time. She's probably asleep. I sent Amber that first email like a little after 10. I go, she's probably asleep. She goes into work at 4 a.m. I'm like, just because you're up at 3 didn't mean they're up at that time. I would just always, she's ready to do this yesterday. Everything is today.
Is today. Right. Everything is immediately right now because
she didn't believe it. She has no patience at all. When she says that she's an overthinker, she has, this is what I think. She already has, I believe this hotel is paid already, but she wants to beg for money for next week's hotel. She wants to stay ahead.
Yes, I agree with you. I think that she's drifting ahead. I think that she's begging ahead of time.
Yes, because she didn't have I didn't send her the whole $345 to pay, so I know she needs to beg.
Well, I'm thinking that what she's doing is she's going ahead and taking care of that. Whatever her needs are, especially that hotel or the room housing over her head, she's taking care of that, and then she's begging up for that specific amount after the fact to get it back, to put it back in her pocket so that she's not going without, essentially letting everybody else pay for her room, but she's just paying it in advance that we're paying her back. That's
Right.
what I feel is going on. To answer some of these questions real quick, because there's still got some questions. Damn it, Danny asked, how does she keep it clear who she's told what to? Like, how does she keep her lies straight? I'm going to answer Danny, and I'm going to say, I think that we see Denise writing in a ledger every once and again. We see her writing in a book. We don't ever know what she's writing, and I think that's what she's writing down. She's notating who she's telling what to, especially when she's doing her sub count?
Right.
Sub count.
Time
And
for
then
sub count.
a question for you, because Broche says, hey, when Life by Ron showed up in chat, what was a major flag? That was a major red flag for her. Do you feel sorry for those girls? They're so unprotected. Now, if you don't know, Life by Ron showed up a couple of weeks ago in Denise's chat and gave her some money.
Yes, I was there.
And do you know who Life by Ron is?
I've gone into his channel, but I don't really know who he is. I subbed to him that night, but I've never gone back.
There are allegations that Life by Ron is parading around as other people by other names. Allegations, of course. And that Life by Ron could also be associated and affiliated with some minor rings there. That's what I heard, affiliated. Not sure of how deep. I haven't jumped into that rabbit hole, but I would just say that, yes, I would just say that you need to be careful. Denise really needs to be careful about the people that are joining in and out of her chat. She doesn't understand that there are internet predators out here. There's a show, To Catch a Predator, that catches people that prey on underage young ladies or boys, for that matter, underage people. And Life by Ron, a lot of people could possibly draw some lines in association to him with being involved in that type of stuff. As well as we see Denise allow, I'm going to call her little G, the little baby there, 7-year-old. She allows her to play Roblox. And Roblox is god awful infamous for being
and I told Denise that she needs to get off Roblox.
Because it's basically a life simulator. Yes. Okay, so that's good. I'm glad that you told Denise that, because I did
tell her to take her off Roblox. I said, don't you know that's full of predators in there? And she didn't. She said, I didn't know. But she's still on it. She's still getting on it. I just heard Gypsy say it the other day about getting on Roblox. So.
And I just heard her shout out her, I don't know if it was her email address or her Roblox name. Yeah, Lil G shouted out her name on the line. And see, Denise doesn't, I know that they're all in the same room, and I would love for Denise to be able to get her own place so that they can at least spread out. Stop being on top of each other. They're all on top of each other, and that's causing, I think there's a lot of things that get people's heartstrings. Like you're looking at the situation that she's in and you feel bad for her because it's a single mother. She's struggling. She's got goo gobs of sob stories and lies that she's telling. Everything is going to be so tragic. It's going to be an emergency. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to need money for this. I'm going to need money for that. It got a little bit crazy when you needed the deposit for the electricity. Now here, watch what happens here. Because like you just said, you've had friends, family members that own businesses and tried to help Denise get employment, and they've had to pull her employment history. And they could tell you she's had very poor employment history, very bad credit, especially with 2 evictions under her belt at this point. And she's not really doing anything to make any of that better. So how to say, outside of jobs like the Arby's job that she had every once in a while for very part-time and minuscule money, Denise is going to be in this situation for quite some time until she finds somebody that's going to just buy her way out of this, or either be willing to take care of her. But what do you think about these little girls missing school? And it's not the big one. The big one gets up and takes herself to school. But now I found out today that this is the 3rd day of school that little G has missed in 3 weeks now? School has only been going on for 3 weeks. So every week of school, this child has missed at least 1 day. Every week of school. And Denise, did she tell you that CPS was called on her in Tennessee?
Sorry?
Did Denise say anything about CPS being called on her while she was in Tennessee?
I just know by what was on her chat, what she mentioned. That's all. I've never talked about it on the phone with her. about her CPS case.
And the reason I ask about CPS would be because it would not be, understand, at this point, it would not be anyone from YouTube that would contact CPS on Denise. Denise would get a contact by the school because her child will be truant in another few weeks. If she does this every week for the next month or so, she's going to get a CPS case. She's allowed this little girl, the youngest little girl, to miss school at least once a week since school has started. And to me, education is the only way that these little girls are going to get out of this situation, because Denise doesn't want to help herself. I'm also going to point out, because I don't know if everybody heard this as a summary or a recap, that Liza just donated $120 to Denise at one time. And then Denise reached out to Liza, who graciously gave off of the request and then became a mod for Denise, which we see why she became a mod for Denise, because she was holding on to you as a purse. She was using you as a purse. And Denise goes around and she gets sympathy purses, people that feel sorry for her, and they donate out of the kindness of their heart, but yet it seems like they're being used. And that's why it's important to let everybody know that, hey, if you're not going to be up and up on the request, like I say, nobody has a problem with helping you or anyone else in their time of need. But if you're going to lie about it, if you're going to make people feel bad about it, because if you've been getting these survivor benefits this entire time, and now it's almost like you would have to give full disclosure. You put your life on the line, Denise. Liza was trying to give you suggestions on things to say, topics to discuss, maybe content to create. But you put your life on the line, and you've allowed everybody a glimpse into your life. Now we have opinions about it, and some of us see through the scam. And we are here to alert everybody about what you're doing. And upon being alerted, I assume that you're not going to be the only mod. You're not going to be the only person that's going to come around to, see the light for Delicious Denise and possibly defect away from her. Thank you, Green Eyed Kitty, for this super chat. 10 CPS cases in 5 states that we know of. That's correct. I've done the research here. I'm gonna take that back. I haven't done the research. I've done the review of the research. Let's put it that way. I've done the review of the research, and it's saying that Denise has about 10 cases in 5 different states. North Carolina, Florida, Texas, Tennessee, and Pennsylvania. These are the states that they say. And so it seems like she's running away from CPS. Did you know any of this information about Denise? I know there might be some bombshells being dropped, because reaction channels, internet detectives, they go really deep when you want to find out information. And Denise throws everything, including her location, out there. She doesn't know that she drops her location because she's so concerned about filming online.
Well, I have told her, I said, Denise, why do you dox yourself so much? I said, why do you do that? And she's like, I didn't dox. I said, and I tell her where she dogs, but the thing about the CPS is that the only one that I've known is the one where CPS came out because of Gypsy's eczema, that she wasn't getting that treated. That's the only one that she's ever told me about. I don't know about the other ones. And if there was 5-10 CPS cases, then why weren't the children removed? What was the outcome? If she's never talked about not being with her kids.
I don't know what happened.
Or them getting taken away. So what was CPS, the outcome? Are they still open? Is that why maybe she's leaving from state to state? That I don't know.
That would be my assumption as to why she would be jumping from state to state. I don't know how many of them are open, but they can be tracked. I don't know what happened in Texas, because that seems to be where they originated from when she started making her move. As she calls it, she was chasing the Section 8 voucher, and she was going from place to place to place to place. I think that the problem here is not that anybody's calling on her. I don't think that any reaction channel is calling or reporting Denise. It's the school system. It's the school system. They are mandated reporters when your children are truant from school, when they go to school dirty, when they go to school musty, when they go to school with the same clothes on for weeks on end, they go to school unclean. And we can assume, because we know a couple of things, we can hear in the background, due to Denise staying online for hours and hours on end, and it's time for bed, we can hear that big child is basically a surrogate mother for the little child, because she's the one that preps the bath. She's the one that preps for bed. She's the one that preps the child instead of Denise going to prep the child. With that being said, the last video that she had in Tennessee that I reviewed was when she picked the little girls up from school and she was sitting in the car. And before the video even started, she smelled something. Did you see that video? Were you there?
Yes.
That was so, and it frustrated me so bad because she didn't. Why didn't you just take the time, get off the YouTube, go upstairs, clean your little girl, figure out what's going on? You didn't have to call the schools and cuss nobody out. That was unnecessary. And even if you did, you didn't have to tell everybody online, because that shows what kind of character you got. That's the same thing that you did with this panel that lost you your eviction getting paid. You cussed out Amber, the person that was going to help you out. You cussed out the teacher, the person that was trying to help you out.
Right.
And then the birthday is where I don't know how to say this. It hurt me, but it made me very angry at the same time, because
the right thing to do, even if somebody donated the money so she could get a birthday cake for her, the right thing to do as a mother is, and you're waiting till Wednesday to get paid. You got paid Wednesday. I would have bought my daughter something for her birthday. No matter that somebody had already donated the day before to get that cake. She didn't even get her first piece. I told Denise, take a picture of the cake with her blowing out the candle. And she said, why? And I go, why? Because so Gypsy can have a memory of her 7th birthday. Like, she didn't care.
She did not. And that, I hate that you told me that.
And she eats the cake right there doesn't even serve herself. She's eating the cake right there, the whole entire cake.
That part. Sticking her fingers
disgusting.
all in the icing, rubbing all in the cake. This is this child's cake. She gave the oldest child the first piece on the littlest child's birthday. That was wrong. Second of all, she didn't. You're right. I agree with you. Even if she didn't get any gift.
Yeah, even Gypsy said, I'm the birthday girl. I'm supposed to get the first piece.
Yes,
and I'm like, you're sure right, Gypsy. You know that. And like, just so selfish of her mother to do that to her. That was wrong. That was so wrong.
We point these things out, and Denise fights tooth and nail against anybody's opinion instead of trying to make it better. Now, I have noticed that she has been trying to make a little bit more of content with her stuff, cooking videos and so on and so forth. So maybe she's trying to take some hints and clues, but the way that she treats her kids that's what people are looking at right now. I don't think that Denise understands that. I don't think that she gets that real parents are out here, real people that have been in these struggles. The one reason why Amber wanted to help her out is because Amber has been in her situation. And like she just said, part of getting out of her situation was removing that barrier of having an eviction on her record. That freed her up mentally and financially, and she was able to get ahead. She wanted to do the same for Denise, but of course, Denise, I mean, you only catch flies with shit. So that's Denise shit on her, basically. Denise shit on her. And
it's kind of hard to read the chat, and there's so many questions, and I'm like, there's this one in particular where King Low is saying, I'm sorry that you're wrong for sticking up for her after you witnessed this, but I'm glad you changed, but you also helped this happen. I didn't help make it happen. It already happened. I'm just letting Denise know how I feel about it. And I can only tell her what she did wrong and how to correct it. I can't make her do better. I can't make her. Nobody can, and it's like, to me, I treated her like if she was my little sister. I'm 59. She's 50. But I treated her like a sister that just needs help. Like she has just gone through bad times as growing up, being our victim in her family. I don't even know if that's even true now. I don't believe anything that she's saying. I don't know if she's just making up a story so she could sound bad so people will feel sorry for her. It's like when she needs money desperately, she brings up that storyline again. And I'm starting to see it, but the thing is, I didn't see those things. I just looked at it like I'm a person that looks in the good, not in the bad, and I've always tried to help Denise along the way as I'm learning about her on a daily basis. I can't force her to do anything. I can only tell her. I mean, you don't know how many times I've told her to go and apply for jobs, and I make sure she goes to that interview. I'll text her, hey, how did it go? What did they say? They go, oh, and it's always the same thing. Oh, the interview went really good. I don't believe that now. They probably just took a look at her, and when I saw the way she was dressed in the last interview she just went to, I said, no wonder she's not getting hired.
Oh my
And
God.
I didn't even have time to correct her on that situation because I've cut off my talks with her now. She called me one time today and left me a voice text saying, hey, how you doing? I haven't heard from you. Just want to see if you're feeling okay. And that was it. But I feel like she knows. She's always on you. She's always on her social medias. I know she knows. She has seen that I came out and started to tell my story. She knows. She knows. She's acting like she doesn't know anything. Hi, Denise. I know you're in here. I know she's in here.
Hi, Denise.
You're wrong, girl. You're wrong for what you've done to me. All this lying and being deceitful to me when I did nothing but help you. You didn't deserve it. Now I'm going to give it to somebody that really deserves it. It ain't sure going to be you. And I regret sending you that money on Monday night. I regret it. But you know what? It's okay because God continues to bless me. But you're not gonna take away my blessings anymore.
And that's good. Don't allow Denise or anybody else out there scamming on the internet to take away your blessings.
Right.
Because you deserve to get your own blessings, and you were trying to help somebody else out of the kindness of your heart. And it sounds like you were really taken advantage of. There are a lot of questions, and let me see what other questions there are, because I've missed a couple of them. Yeah, we know Denise is very foul. It's getting worse by the second. I was actually one reason, and let me tell you, guys, because a lot of us, Damn It Danny, Talking Life with Nick, some of us have watched Denise just like you. I watched Denise today because I react to Denise and I want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about. And even though I may not watch her videos or replay her videos, because I'm not about to sit here and go through every 2-hour video with Denise, but we watch her. I've been watching Denise since she was in Tennessee. One reason I didn't react to Denise when she was in Tennessee, because she was close to me and I didn't want to have that encounter of somebody that I was reacting to. And nor did I believe that she needed the assistance, because I know the system here in Tennessee. And then she moved to Texas. And again, I don't know if you've ever been on Damn It Danny's channel. I don't know if you've ever watched Damn It Danny, or Pickles as she's referred to by Denise. But Damn It Danny has a channel, and she comes from another community who, again, very much like yourself, found herself in this community trying to give advice and be a friend to somebody who was a vile, evil, and nasty individual, and then created a reaction channel. Denise doesn't understand that a lot of people that she talks bad to, blocks in her chat, or cusses out, they go back to these reaction channels and, hey, here's somebody that you need to look into. Hey, check this person out. And then the next thing you know, you have a snowball effect. And everybody that's in there that you all are blocking as mods, it's not us reaction channels. Those are just trolls. Those are just people that are asking real questions that Denise doesn't want answers to. If you go to the beginning of Runs My Mouth videos, her new intro tells it all. And her new intro says everything that Denise doesn't want you to know about her income, her pay stub that she's receiving, her survivor benefits. It even goes into the 17, whatever the amount is that she's getting per month. She lied about having jobs. I do believe that she's out there looking for jobs, but you saw the way that she went to that last job interview.
Yeah, that was so wrong. Supposedly, she did text me. I mean, not text, she voice text me in that same message that I got earlier today. She said she has another interview tomorrow, but I don't care. You ain't going to get hired anyway.
Not if she goes in the same church.
Her karma is hitting her. The way she's treating people and scamming people, that's why she's not landing a job. That's why God has not opened doors for her to get a job, because she's not doing the right thing.
I can believe that. I can believe that. When you're out there,
I have a lot of faith in my God.
Energy, throw that negative energy out there, and you get nothing but negative energy in return. So I can believe that.
Yes, that's right.
I can believe that. So yeah, here, hold on. Yeah, let me pull this up. I love this intro.
Why would you say that? That's not true. Somebody said in a video that I'm admitting that I'm getting survivor benefits.
No, I get survivor benefits for girls. I never confirmed it. I never denied it. I don't talk about it. If people ask, I ignore it, or I remove them from the channel, or I hide that particular comment on the channel.
That part.
Yeah,
that part
right there. I questioned her when I heard that. I said, Denise, you're getting benefits? She goes, yeah, but not that much. I go, I thought you said you weren't getting anything. And, she doesn't know what she's telling people now. It could be, it's a no, or she might say, it's complicated, or she told me Victor didn't work enough. I remember because when I first asked her, she said Victor didn't work as much. So, and I know how Social Security checks work because you get paid by the amount of, will determine how much you're going to get by how much you used to make in the last 20 years or 10 years. And so I'm like, well, if there's not that much that he worked, if he didn't work, then there wasn't that much money in his kitty bank over there at the Social Security. But
That's
I think
not necessarily
that's
true.
not true. It's not true, because I thought about that, and then I said no. When I'm thinking about this 1769, I go, that's about right, because I have a friend that lived next door, and she never worked a day in her life, and she's getting Social Security, and the minimum was $948. That was her check, $948. So I'm thinking $948 minimum for an adult that never worked, and $1769 for 2 children. Yeah, that's probably right. About right.
That's about right.
Yeah,
Right. It's a set.
But
For
where is the money? Well,
that's the question.
Is she saving to buy her own house? Cash?
She's always
talking about wanting all this property in a house. Maybe she's stashing it, like it's going into a savings, and she doesn't touch it, and just comes out here like she's got nothing, and that's why she's out here begging. And I think she could be saving all that money.
Where is it?
All I know is right now that check is more than what Victor ever gave her.
The question really is, if you're getting all of this money, why don't you wash clothes? Why don't you just wash your clothes? Here, listen to the rest of this, because this is going to...
Nobody knows. Maybe a couple of friends of mine, but nobody knows on the internet that I get survivor benefits.
It's not me. People can do AIs. It's not me. I've never confirmed, and I've never denied anything. She wants to communicate. Where's the receipt? Where's the proof? Where's the paper? Why? All you want to do is sit there and lie and make up stories.
Now, we show you the proof in the paper, and you still say it's lies and stories, and then you end up getting phone calls where you tell on yourself. So don't be like that. It's got the 17. I want to see this amount again.
If you're that immature that you believe whatever they say, then that's your problem. Where's the receipt? Where's the paperwork? Yes, so with me on the recording, yes. It was me.
It was you.
I get my survival benefits every third Wednesday of the month. So for the girls, I get $1,769 a month.
For the girls, I get $1,769 per month. Now, I'm going to say that if that was AI, somebody took the measures to make it sound like she was on 3 different phone calls in a distant valley somewhere. And that is excellent AI, because that sounded exactly like Denise on the phone being recorded. But that didn't sound like AI to me. So I don't know. Yeah. When you hear it from the horse's mouth, and this is what you actually saw. This was the short that you actually saw that made you question Denise, and then turn around and I guess question your existence with her.
Exactly. That one right there, that short.
Okay. That makes sense. And well, let me see if there's any other questions out here. Anybody got any questions that I may have missed? Let me go back to my question queue. Oh, Mash wants to know, what do you think would happen to the kids if something happened to now I got more questions. Thank you. What do you think would happen to the kids if Denise ended up in the hospital or something happened to her? We do see that. Were you there for Nipsey Knuckles? I'm sorry. That's my bad. I'm funny. I got jokes. I call her finger that fell off Nipsey Knuckle.
It's funny that you asked that, because just a few days ago, I don't even think it's been a week, that I had told Denise that if anything ever happened, should she go into the hospital, ER or something, because I know she didn't have any family down here, who would get her girls? So I said, just know, Denise, that I'm just a phone call away, and I will make sure to go and get your girls and keep them for you. I just told her that not even a week ago.
You are too kind.
And Denise, I know you're in here, and you know that's true. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I just call me stupid, just.
No, I don't think you're stupid. I just think that you have a big heart. You have the means, and you can make a difference. And you felt that you were making a difference in Denise's life, and this is what it ended up as. She's been lying to you. She's been lying to people on the internet. I don't necessarily think her funds are our business as far as what she's receiving, but she's putting it out there. She's told everybody the amount of money she receives in food stamps. She said that she's getting $304 or $303 in Texas versus the 370 something she was getting in Tennessee. So we know that there's SNAP benefits involved. We know that there's money coming in through survivor benefits, and now she's slipped out and told the amount of those survivor benefits, which is damn near $2,000 if you add up the SNAP benefits and you add up the SNAP benefits, you add up the Social Security benefits. That's $2,069 right there, but $2,072 actually, $2,072. Then you add in any kind of income from YouTube, which you got to make over $100 on YouTube to even get a check. So we'll just go ahead and average out like 250 on top of that. And then we can add in whatever super chats or donations she may be getting. And well, she's getting pretty large amounts of super chats and donations. So Denise is making out like a bandit, guys, but she won't change her shirt to save her life. Why won't she wash clothes? Oh, you got gremlins. I see. I got you. Liza, are you okay? Are you okay? Do you need a moment?
I'm okay.
Okay, hold on. Can I invite Mash up to the panel? Are you comfortable with Mash?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Mash.
Hi. Sorry. I'm gonna say a little something right here, right now. Do not be hard on people like Liza, because motherfuckers like Denise prey upon people like her. Liza was looking out for the children. Y'all up here, well, Liza, you should have this, and Liza, you should have that. Unless you have a heart like Liza has, unless you have a mind like Liza has, unless you have feelings like Liza has, experience like Liza has, etc., 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 you have no right to dictate how Liza should react. Liza was used by Denise. Liza was preyed on by Denise. That is what Denise does. She takes people that she knows have soft hearts, feel for the children, feel upset, may have lived that experience motherfucking before. Denise knows full well what the fuck she's doing. She has no right to do it, but she does it, and she feels entitled to do it as well. She knows. She knows that Liza had a heart, and she's going to sit there and woe is me on the goddamn shit camera. Well, she knows Liza's down there. That's why Denise always says, I don't have to panic. She never panicked. She was going to get kicked the fuck out. Did she panic? No, because she knew she had people in the background, like Liza here, that all she had to go to her and go, oh no, boo-hoo, my children, and she's going to get through with it. You don't blame people like Liza, because sometimes they don't even see it. Liza saw it. She finally saw it. She saw it. She knows now. She felt it. She feels it. Denise preyed upon her. That's what she does. No one likes this shit. Denise is an entitled, narcissistic son of a bitch that knows full well what the hell she's doing. Denise doesn't want to work. Do you see who the hell goes to a goddamn job interview with your tits hanging out and your shit everywhere? Dressed in an ugly ass shirt that probably smells like smoke. People don't do that. She has no intention of working. She has no intention of changing her life. She has no intention of getting off her ass, because she found the easy way through life to sit there and prey upon people to get her shit paid. And the fact that Liza was going to take care of her children if she ended up in the fucking hospital, Denise, you are a sad fucking son of a bitch. And the reason that you are still in the circumstances you're in right now is because of your nasty, vile, fuck shit character. You are where you are because of who you are. It doesn't matter. You keep saying, why do people keep talking about the hair on my face and shit? You are nasty from the inside the fuck out. It shows on the outside how nasty your fucking character and your heart is. You are disgusting. You prey upon people. You are vile. You are disgusting. You will never change. You will sit there and smoke your fucking cigarettes and drink your Pepsi while your children are emotionally starved for attention, go to school dirty, and then you get yell at the fucking people for pointing out the fact that your children are dirty and not being kept well, and you're going to sit there and bitch about the other people about it. I'm sorry, I'm yelling. I'll calm down. Take responsibility for your shit. You gone off on somebody the other day. Oh, you're 45 years old. Are your children not grown? The fuck, you're 50 and your children aren't motherfucking grown, and you ain't even taking care of your children. Other people gave your child a birthday. You went out when Dina gave you money for cigarettes and Pepsi, and instead of going to a dollar store, which I think you have in America, or $5, whatever the hell it is, you went and bought yourself cigarettes and pop. Your child's birthday was within days, so you mean to tell me that you couldn't buy a little card for her, or a little keychain for her, or a little stuffed animal for her from the goddamn dollar store? Instead, you have to feed your addictions of cigarettes and Pepsi instead of putting your children first. You're disgusting. And you know they're out here watching, because you watch everyone that says anything about you, because you're narcissistic. You're not a good mother. Your children, the first chance they get, especially that older one, because you disrespect her on the high daily. If my child was coming home at 13 and coming to me, Mommy, I want your attention, and you literally tell her to shut the fuck up because you're on YouTube, 13-year-olds usually run away from their parents' attention. Your child is screaming out for it. She's calling out for it. And you're bloody well ignoring her, literally pushing the little child out of the way on her goddamn birthday so you can answer people on YouTube. And then when somebody comes up in your comments and say, get offline and interact with your child, you got the nerve to cuss them out and block them because they told you the goddamn truth. You are disgusting. You deserve everything you get in life. And when your children get older, the same way that you talk about your mother, my mother used to treat me bad. My mother used to beat me. Your children are going to grow up. My mother treated me bad. My mother used to talk foolish. She called me, body shamed me on the internet. She ignored me for the internet. That hug between you and your youngest child looks so motherfucking cringe because that is clearly not something that child is used to. She looked hella confused. And you're going to come online saying that you're a good mother. If your child is confused over the fact that their mother is giving her a hug and a kiss, what does that say to you? What does that say? And you're going to sit there and defend your actions online saying you're a good mother? You're a good mother. Wow. You need parenting classes because you may not have been given an example of what a good mother was to be. Clearly, you can't be one if you were never taught how to be one. You need to go seek parenting classes, and you sit there. I know I have anxiety. I know I have depression. When are you going to stop using them as motherfucking excuses and go and get help? Go and get therapy. It's a thing. But you're going to sit there and constantly make excuses and feel entitled for everyone to pay for your lifestyle. I mean, you're getting like $2,000 a month in help, and you are too lazy to get off your ass even to go and get a part-time job. But you're a good mother. Ignoring your children, you're a good mother. Do any of those things, are you not thinking? Do you not think? How can you be a good mother and ignoring your children? How can you be a good mother and not getting up and getting your child to school? How can you be a good mother when you take your child on a cigarette run instead of taking her to school because y'all woke up late? I don't think that you know what a good mother is. And if you weren't given an example, you need to go and take some fucking classes and learn, because what you're putting out into these two children, they're going to carry on to their children and their children and their children. Who's going to break the chain like you claim you did? You ain't break shit. You broke your pocket to buy cigs and Pepsi. That's all you broke. I'm done now. Thanks. And Liza, don't take anything. Focus on yourself. If you're going to give to anybody, go to a registered charity, because there's charitable organizations within your neighborhood that help needy families. Give them food, give them Christmas or whatever it is. Go and find a registered one and you can still do good, because I know that's the type of person that you are. But don't give Denise another second of your time. Block and deny any further contact with that woman, because all she's going to do is manipulate you, gaslight you, and trick you and going back and helping her again. And honey, she ain't worth your time. Thank you.
Now, I don't think you said it all. Did you get it all off your chest?
Are you serious? No, and you know that. You know that I have a waterfall of fucking things to say when it pertains to Denise's lying ass. You know that. I came on to Denise long after you came on to Denise. I learned through Denise through you. And what I've seen in Denise in this little short time frame, she's a predator. And I'm not even going to say allegedly or speculatively, because she's a predator. She preys on top of people with hearts and that care for children and that care for people that are in circumstances like her. And Liza is a godly person, so she's going to care a lot more. And Denise knows that. Denise knows full well what the hell she's doing. Denise is a user, an abuser, and when she's done using you, she loses you. You are no longer significant to her. She will cry a foul of your name right, left, and fucking center, telling people how horrible of a person that you were, and not telling them that you could have got kicked out Thursday, but Liza paid for you Wednesday, so you ain't getting kicked out Thursday. Liza bought food. Liza this, Liza that. Liza did everything for you. But Liza is only a good person in Denise's eyes when Liza has a use for Denise, and Denise is so disgusting, selfish purposes. That's the type of person that Denise is. And Denise can come up on this panel, her panel. I'll go up on her god shit panel and tell her what the fuck I got to say about her. I live in the realm of truth, and if you don't like it, lick my ass. I'm telling you, Denise, you are a predator. I'm not even adding allegedly to that at all. You preyed upon Liza's good nature. You preyed upon it, and you use it as a fact that as soon as she, quote, in your world, went against you, you're going to cry foul of her name. And that's what you do. Anyone that doesn't agree with you and do what you say, they're all of a sudden bad. Like Hungry ASMR. Hungry ASMR went to somebody else's channel and said, yeah, actually, what you're saying is true. Why would Denise do that? And when he went back to question you, you blocked and deleted him. And you said, the only way you can come back on your original account on my channel is if you give me a super chat. What is that? And that's on film, and I can prove that because honey, I clipped it just like you said. So I don't understand who you think you're fooling, but you ain't fooling the majority of the people on this YouTube, because people with open eyes see your ass for what it is. Your circumstances will never change, no matter how much money people throw at you, because your character is vile. Your children deserve better. You're not a good mother. And if you don't like what I said, call me out on it, and I'll answer right back the same motherfucking way. Thank you.
Well, okay. Anything else?
You're a son of a bitch, but okay. And actually, somebody just wrote down there that I described a narcissist. Yes, she is, in my opinion. I will say that I agree with that statement. In Denise's eyes, Denise can do no wrong. And let me go back to a situation that happened recently that really offset me. So her older child comes to the door saying she was approached by an adult male who reeked of a substance that was illegal, saying he just got out of jail. So instead of her going out and taking a picture and confronting this man and calling the police, what does she do? I should have really put salt on my salad. The fuck? If that was my daughter, I would have been up so fucking fast out of there, they would call me the motherfucking Flash. You just sat there where your child for the third time came to you saying she was approached by an adult male. And then you're sitting in there in your room where you say you could see her walking from the bus stop. Why don't you go stand up outside where it's hot? Oh, I forgot, it's hot. You can't go outside. God forbid the devil will melt. Go outside. Watch your child leave the bus and come to the house. Why are you sitting in there making food when you could cook as a family and eat as a family? I thought that was a family. I don't have family. I don't know. But for my opinion, if I had a family, I had 2 daughters and myself, I would be cooking together and eating together. Why the hell are you eating with YouTube and not eating with your children? Why are you eating with one child waiting for the other one to come to hell home? Why do you do that? Why? Oh, because you're an excellent mother. Fucking farce of that shit. You're disgusting. Get off your ass and do the right goddamn it thing. You're lazy. You don't want to do anything because you found a lazy way through life. Well, you know what? Just now, people are going to see you just like they are, like Liza is right now, seeing you for who you really are. Your character will never change, hence your circumstances will never change. If you're dirty, you're going to live dirty. And that's exactly what's happening to you. You don't like it, get off your ass and do something. But no, you got to blame everybody else. So you got me kicked out of here. Okay, you got me not eating. Who the hell's responsibility is it to feed your children? I know that I didn't pop 2 children out. Why do I have to worry about feeding them? Go and do the shit yourself. Get off your ass. There are child after school programs. Go and get a part-time fucking job. There are things to put your children in to protect them. And then even another thing that I forgot that I don't know if anyone thought. She said that she doesn't want to leave her hotel room because she's a single mom and she might be preyed upon. But it's okay for her to sit there and add salt to her fuck shit salad while her teenage daughter is being preyed upon in the parking lot with the cameras watching her. What is the camera going to do? A camera's just going to video record her being drugged the fuck away. What is the camera going to do, Denise? There are plenty of cameras. That was her excuse for not getting up. So the cameras will watch her be drugged away. The cameras will watch who did it. But by the time anything gets caught on, that person's long the fuck gone while you're sitting there eating your salad with YouTube. Congratulations. You're an excellent mother. Okay.
That's a mouthful.
Well, it was a mouthful of truth, and she doesn't want to see it.
Yeah.
She's disgusting.
It's a mouthful of truth. Everything you said was 100%. You were right.
And then you see Liza there being upset because Liza has a kind heart. There are people in the chat some people don't want to understand in this chat and other chats and other channels I've watched when you're just going through why these people help these people. Sometimes the people in life only want to see the good things.
No,
they don't want to see the bad things.
Hold on, time out. I mean, now we have a debate because in seeing the other side of that, it's as we were telling Hurl just a week or so ago, it's like birds of a feather flock together. And because nobody's saying that the defection is not great. We're all welcome. I'm welcoming Liza to my community. I'm welcoming Liza to the House of Hamilton.
Can you let up, Deck, actually? Can you let up Dwight Cookie? Because I know that her and I see opposite sides of the spectrum. So if we're going to have a debate, we can have both sides of it.
Of course I can let up Doe Cookie as long as, yes, because Doe did say she wanted to be on panel. Yeah. I do believe that our portion with Liza is done. If Liza wants to stay on panel, that would be great. She can answer questions directly if she wants to. I'm not going to pressure her to answer any questions. I do understand that. Here's before I let Doe come up here. Here's what I foresee could be the potential issues for Liza going forward. Of course, Denise is possibly going to see this some way or somehow if she's not already seeing this in the chat lurking, already about to make her return vid after it. That's fine. I don't want Liza to be attacked by Denise. And of course, that's what I feel is going to happen because Denise is going to be mad because I guess trade secrets were dropped. But Liza has a right to speak her feelings and speak her truth as well. She has a right to get her side out there so that at least, I mean, this is a public forum. So it's all out there in the public. Liza came in with full transparency. And I get some of the people in the chat are not going to necessarily just jump down and be on with her story or what she's saying because skepticism. You know, we got more questions. Maybe I didn't ask them all. The chat is moving. And so I may have missed some questions. It's perfect in my mind that Doe-Eyed Cookie has a different opinion from everybody else.
And I love it.
So that way we can get it all out there. But I just want Liza to understand and know that she's always welcome here. I don't think that I'm bashing Denise on a regular. I can get nasty and I can get petty, but I would like to see Denise do something better for herself and mainly for those kids. Because when she popped those kids out, like you said, it's not about her anymore. This is no longer her life. It is to further and make those kids better than she was. And all I see is she's not doing that. And of course, she is a predator to a certain degree because she's able to weed out those people with those bleeding hearts. She's willing, she's able to see and grasp onto them and somehow make a connection with them and feed them a bunch of sob stories, which keeps them connected to her. I don't think without the connection, Liza would have given her all that money or even been so invested in it. I don't think that she would have done any of this without those two kids being in the picture at all. That's just my thought process and my personal opinion. But now with that being said, because I see both sides and I can understand why some people don't believe her, let's get Doe out of here. Come on up here.
Liza, you could always email me if you ever need anything. Don't forget that. You have the whole House of Hannibal. You could, and all the channels associated with him. You have people. You don't have to feel alone in it. And if Denise pops off on you, just come and ask for help. It's a simple thing.
And Pickles, Danny, damn it, Danny.
And whoever out there said Deck was mean, she's not mean. People can have opposing views and talk about it like adults, unlike other people. Oh, sorry, I almost hurled.
Oh, you said delicious. Okay.
Sorry.
I got you. Hi, Doe. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Can you
Hello?
hear me?
I hear you.
Yay. Hello, everybody.
How are you?
I'm good. Now, don't be scared, Liza. I'm not going to be mean. I'm just going to give my perspective, and I'm not here to bash you or attack you or anything, okay? From my perspective is this awakening happened just so suddenly. However, you have expressed today that you saw many red flags. You saw the selfishness on her child's birthday. You had the incident with the money that your family gave her that she didn't want to return to you. There's been many, many red flags that you yourself have seen, yet you continue to support up until 5 days ago. And it just makes me kind of go, are you now just flopping because you found another community that may embrace you, that you can feel comfortable coming to, which is fantastic, that you've not going to, I'm hoping no longer going to be sending her money or supporting her from behind the scenes, holding her hand, doing her background work that as a fully functional adult, she should be able to, if she's actually looking after children, she should be able to do those very easy things to do as a mother. I just give you a bit of a side eye because I'm thinking if you saw all those red flags, but you still stuck by her side, that makes me think, what else are you willing to ignore if someone is acting in such a terrible way? You know what I mean? Like, how much were you willing to ignore?
I know, I get it. There was many red flags that I ignored because I only wanted to see the good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not somebody that just gives up on anybody that easily. I try to find a situation to make it better or correct it, but there's only so much that I can say to her. And little by little, I was seeing that she wasn't even taking my advice. She was still doing Denise way. But mainly, me giving her financially, it had cut down tremendously already because I didn't like some things that she was saying or doing in her life. But I'm still, if I hadn't have heard that she was getting $17.69, see, all this time I was thinking she doesn't make enough money, guys. Come on, let's help her out. That was my way. But
aside from the money, sorry to interrupt, but aside from the money, there are behavioral issues there that are the issue for people as well. The way she treats her children, the way she looks after them, the way she talks to people in the chat, the way that she's totally on board with doxing people. There wasn't just the money stuff that was a problem. There was behavioral stuff there. And as far as like being in her community and stuff, because I feel like Christianity and or Catholicism or whatever your religious belief, that's very important to you because you've spoken about it a couple of times, like God and faith. I'm not a religious person, but I feel like you've got to find a balance between being loving and kind and generous and being a sucker to people who pick up on those kinds of people. And I feel like you've been a sucker, and that's not your fault. That is someone taking advantage of you. You need to get some skills where you can start to discern those people. So the people who genuinely deserve your kindness will be able to get access to that kindness. Don't be a sucker, especially on the internet. It is full of predators and manipulators and narcissists, and they will go after you if they smell it. They can smell it on you. You need to find a way to navigate better on YouTube, honestly.
But
that's my opinion, yeah.
I have never been suckered the way I've been suckered on this internet. This is my first time.
Can I ask, Liza, what you learned from this experience that maybe you could tell other people that have similar nature to yourself what to look out for and maybe change it before they get sucked in?
I can't trust anybody on the internet.
That is exactly the right answer.
Yeah, I can't.
And that's not your fault. That's just reality. That is just reality. You can trust them to a certain extent, but giving them money and opening your home up to their children, I can understand that. But she'll end up in your house and you'll never get rid of her. You'll be on the news, Liza. She's that's what she depends on. That's what she's counting on. She's banking on people being that generous and kind. That's what she's looking for. So I don't know. Maybe you should start a channel of your own, or stay in her chat and warn people until she blocks you. I don't know. How does Liza go forward from? That's what I asked the chat. What should Liza do now?
No, Liza will be called out by Denise hardcore. As soon as Denise hears about it, she'll try to defame her name. All we need to do for Liza is support Liza.
Yeah,
Let her come to people, talk about what's going on. If she needs to go further, like if Denise is defaming her name and harassing her, then she could go the legal route as well. But Liza, I hope you know that you now have people that used to have issues with you because of how Denise painted your character to be. That was a Denise painting Liza as Liza this and Liza that. That was a direct thing that Denise was doing so that people wouldn't listen to Liza when Liza did eventually come forward, because everything comes out. So Liza, I've seen several channels apologize to you today. I've done so myself. I just hope that you know that you have a group of people now that see what happened, that if you need the support, you have the support. And Denise is going to try to do you know Denise's character by now, Liza. You can see it. You know what's going to happen. But just know you have people supporting.
I would be privating any social media that you have. I'd be changing email passwords, I'd be changing everything that could potentially have any public access at this point. I'd take profile pictures down so they can't Google search, everything. Block.
I'm not going to think that, well, you know what? This is the internet. Never mind.
It's not Denise. Denise is too dumb to do any doxing, but she's obviously got people behind the scenes who are willing to do that for her, or simply just for shits and gigs.
My only concern would be tied to the Cash App, because as we've seen with like Lisa Richards, Lisa will get into the Cash App some kind of way. I'm not sure if Denise is going through that kind of measures or anything, but I wouldn't put anything past anybody. And a lot of things have come out. I feel some kind of way because it makes me angry that people are being taken advantage of in such a way. Liza obviously has a huge heart, and she feels really bad. I'm sure there's some point of embarrassment that's involved in all of this, but she wanted to come out because she's being attacked. It's not she's being attacked because people are thinking that she's possibly in it with scamming with Denise and trying to raise this money and get a part of it together, when she is mainly one of the people that's been taken advantage of. So I get it. I get both sides of it. And Amber just wants to say something. Go ahead, King Lo. Welcome, King Lo, to the panel, everybody. Hi.
No, King Lo likes to shove shapes places. I disagree.
Scandal.
You and Lo. Go ahead, Lo.
Liza, I wasn't trying to say.
Who is this?
Oh, this is King Lo.
Okay.
I was asking you those questions just because I think God is great, and I used to be very Christian, but I think that God wants you to help who you can help first. And I would think that any money you had, even if you have extra, that could be used on your kids, on your family, on what, on your bills. That was my first thing. And my second thing is that I don't think God replaces therapy. And I think that what's very important is that you get the tools to not fall for another Denise, because you know that Denise is bad, but I kind of get this read from you that somebody else could come in with another kind of sob story. And that's all I was saying, that you have to look at yourself. What makes you want to give people money? Because I'm similar. I'm a fixer, so I get it. I'm not coming at you in judgment. I get wanting to see something wrong and wanting to be like, oh my God, stay with me. It's just that I'm not somebody who's just about to tell all these stories about my personal life. But no, I completely get what but a lot of times that's something internal where you need to talk to somebody and see, oh, why do I want to fix things so much? Why do I feel like I should give this person all this money? That's all I was trying to say. Yeah, I agree with you, Crab Apples.
And honestly, Liza, I don't know if it's Liza or Liza.
It's Liza.
Liza, I don't want you to shed one more tear over Denise. I know that you're really not crying over her. It's probably those girls that you're more worried about than Denise, because Denise is an adult. She can look after herself. Kinda, sorry. But it's the little girls that I think you've probably become too attached to, and you worry about them. But, their mum should be doing that. You can't replace a mother's love, no matter how much your intentions are good. At the end of the day, whatever will happen to those girls will be the responsibility of Denise. We can only watch over her from the internet. We can't enact anything. There's nothing we can actually physically do. Money will not solve Denise's problems. They will not.
Okay, Liza, here we go. We're about to give you a dose of some good old house compatible tough love. We got Amber coming up, Him's Nasty, and Kim Jong Meow, aka Green Eyed Kitty. Hello, ladies.
Okay.
Meow. Meow.
Now, none of these people are going to attack you. I think that all of these people will be here for support. They will be here, and I think you're going to find a little bit different of a community here. But here, go ahead, Amber, you're up.
Okay. I first wanted to say to Liza that I apologize to you.
Who is
This is Amber.
Okay.
I apologize to you for when you came into my chat and Denise followed you. And I called you out because you came in and, Denise came in talking her mess or whatever. I wanted to apologize to you because I see and I hear in your voice that you were such a good friend to her. And I don't really, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. And people can talk about the red flags that you might have seen, but as a friend, you tend to overlook that until a blatant lie slaps you in the face.
Exactly.
And I think, I can sympathize with the fact that she blatantly lied to your face, and that is maybe why you're so hurt. And Denise, I know you're in here. You're wrong for that because I do remember you being in previous chats of mine, previous channels, whatever. This woman, has gone out of far and beyond. I mean, way far out and further than what most people would. Getting her family involved to help you, Denise, that's to an extent that you will never return from. You condone me to hell because I rescinded my offer after you told me and bashed everybody on the panel and said I was the devil. And after hearing everything that you have put Liza through tonight, I think your seat is going to be a little bit hotter than mine. And Liza, you're always welcome in my chat. If you need to talk to me, you have my email. I will give you my phone number. And do whatever you feel like you need to do. If she starts coming after you, you know me well enough from previous online activity that I don't play around with people like this. And that it may not be kosher to a lot of people, but I will, go to the ends of the earth to make someone feel touched in a way that they can't, but so my suggestion to Denise is you just need to keep moving like you've been doing.
Thank you.
And you're welcome.
Him's Nasty, welcome.
Thank you, Hannibal, and thanks for letting me up on the panel.
Welcome.
Hi, Liza. One, I want to give you mega kudos and give you a lot of respect for coming up tonight and coming forward with Denise. Thanks, Hannibal, for letting me come up. It's taken me a lot of courage to kind of come up. I've kind of.
All right, guys, you heard that part. I'm gonna work on uploading the third part, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good evening. Peace.